Hey, what's going on guys, Migzube here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a mono black control deck for Standard 2022. So as always, mono black does great against the aggro decks of the format, absolutely crushes mono white and mono green, good against Gruul, anything aggressive, and doesn't do too well against the control decks of the format like Dimir Control. There's a couple blue-white control decks running around, and it has like a sort of medium matchup against Izzet Dragons. It really depends on how the opponent draws and how you draw. So in the new D&D set, we've gotten a couple upgrades to the deck. We have Lolth Spider Queen, 5 mana for a 4 loyalty planeswalker. Whenever a creature you control dies, you put a loyalty counter on it. For 0, you get to draw a card and lose a life, so it's a constant source of card advantage. -3, this thing creates 2 black spider creature tokens with menace and reach. Both of those are very relevant keywords. I've killed my opponents a lot playing this deck around like turn 8 because you have the menace land, you have Sedgemoor Witch, you have tokens. So you can be surprisingly aggressive. And you have the -8 with, you get an emblem that basically reads, whenever an opponent has dealt combat damage by 1 or more creatures you control, if they lost less than 8 life that turn, they lose life equal to the difference. So essentially, if you connect with like 1 pest off Hunt for Specimens, it deals 8 total damage to your opponent. Lolth has surprised me a lot. I didn't think it'd be that solid in a control shell, but it really is. Honestly, great card. Other support we got is Power Word Kill. Again, every time I play this card, I warn you guys, you got to be careful in this format. There's a ton of angels, tons of dragons. There's like some demons here and there. Read the freaking cards like subtype, right? Like human warlock, whatever that's called. You have to read that every time you're using this card. There's a ton of like hidden devils or demons and stuff like that too. Weird card, but I think it's worth playing 2 of because the aggressive decks don't really run a ton of those creature types. So basically, this thing is a 2-mana Doomblade a lot of the time. And for the matchups where you do have devils and dragons and angels, we have other removal like Feed the Swarm, Flunk, Soul Shatter, Poison the Cup. You guys get the idea. Aggro Mauling, Liliana Minus, and some sweepers. So, do we have any other new cards? We have the Draco Lich. I've been playing this in a lot of my control decks, just a one of here. It's a win condition. We have a ton of instant speed removal and just a ton of removal in general. Whenever you kill a thing, or whenever a thing dies, you can reanimate it for 4 mana. It has flash. Just another way to end the game quickly and kill your opponent. Other new cards, we have one more. We have the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Again, like I was saying before with the creature tokens off Lolth, the menace is surprisingly relevant. Like, you can animate Faceless Havens, Hives, creature tokens off Lolth, Sedgemoor Witch, Menace. Like, your opponent takes a lot of damage really quickly, even if you're not trying to kill them. And this is all assuming they're not an aggressive deck. Like any tempo or control deck, you can actually put up a decent fight against just trying to kill them. So I think that's it for new cards. I can explain a couple card choices. Bloodchief's Thirst, just important cheap removal. You can kick it to kill bigger things. Feed the Swarm is here to kill cheap creatures, but it's also here because it can take out enchantments. Ranger class and Paladin class are 2 very relevant enchantments that the mono white and mono green decks run. So I'm running Feed the Swarm because even though it is a quote-unquote tempo loss with the life loss, being able to remove an opponent's Ranger class is very important. Hunt, we're in best of 1, we need learn cards. Fetching Environmental Sciences or like Mascot Exhibition is so good. I fetch a ton of Environmental Sciences, which is why we have 2 of them. Poison the Cup is a card you don't usually see. It's just more removal, and you can foretell it on 2 if you have nothing better to do, and get the scry off of it, which is pretty nice. Sedgemoor Witch is a way to generate tokens, alternate win con. Draugr Necromancer, because we're in snow, can be an alternate win con, and basically acts as a rest in peace when it's on the board for your opponent, which is pretty sweet. What else do we have? Crippling Fear, Sweeper, some DFC lands, more sweepers, Blood on the Snow. It can reanimate a ton of stuff in the deck. Sedgemoor Witch, Necromancer, Draco Lich, or your Planeswalkers. Liliana, top-end Planeswalker, great card, and your mana base. So guys, if you like the deck, be sure to drop a like on the video. It will be in the description down below as always, and consider subscribing. It motivates me to make more content. So that's gonna be it for me, guys. Let's get into some games. Okay, on the play. Hand is pretty good. We have some interaction. I say interaction and Power Word Kill. Card advantage and Hunt. Hello. And top end here against what looks like Izzet Dragons. So we're gonna immediately fetch the Environmental Sciences. Just make sure we can hit our 3rd land. Sorry, 4th land. Yeah. I'm going to do that right now. Just grab the black source and poke in with the pest. We have tons of top end, but Shadow's Verdict looks really bad in the Izzet Dragons matchup. Crawling Barrens is a house. Can definitely put in work. And let's see if the opponent can miss a land for us. And they can't, okay. So we swing in. Hunt again. What do I want this time? Probably Necrotic Fumes in case they play like a Galazeth Prismari. This is the matchup where Power Word Kill looks really bad. But I feel like we do have to run it for like mono green and mono white and stuff. Let's go. Land 5. Okay, sweet. We find land 5. I mean, I should hope so. We are like a 28 land deck. We'll see if the opponent wants to use Frostbite on one of these 1/1s. I do not recommend this because we're about to come down, cast Lolth. Okay, the opponent goes for the Prismari Command, which is fine. They don't even make a treasure. Yeah, Lolth will come down minus, and then we can get some 2/1s with reach. Hold on, let me just check. Does this hit Planeswalkers? Target creature or Planeswalker? Yes, it does. Okay, good to know. So, Spider Queen down. And we will make the Menace Spiders.
Subservience will be
Sweet spider art, by the way. Look at that. Freaking eating a horse. That's how you know these boys are potent. Yeah, happy to double block Goldspan Dragon right now, if the opponent goes for it. Dragon's Fire. Okay, burn down my Lolth. And Expressive Iteration, trying to find land. I understand. Okay, we have Liliana, if we can find another untapped land. And we have plenty in the deck. I have a very bad feeling we're about to top deck tap land right here, though. Sedgemoor, which is not bad. Let's get in there. Actually pressuring the opponent. Play the Witch and pass. These decks typically don't run sweepers. That might be an Alrund's Epiphany. It's an Alrund's Epiphany, okay. And it's not like I really want to trade my Reach Spiders for some 1/1 birds. Okay. Very cool. Nice. And I'm guessing here we see Goldspan Dragon into more interaction. We see Imrith, okay. I mean, if they don't hold up mana, Professor Onyx comes down and just makes them sacrifice it. But they're holding open 3 mana, so you know. Cool. I'll take that damage happily. And I'm going to shoot the bird to make another 1/1 and get rid of the potential menace block. Let's go. If they counter it, that's completely fine. It really looks like they're holding open to saw it coming. Dragon's Fire, pay 3 life. Okay. Alright, let's go. Untap land. Tapped land. Fuck. Okay. Tap land is so brutal, guys. Award 4. Well, I think our best course of action is trying to kill them. So hold on, how much damage do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could put them to 1. Alright. Unless they have a Frostbite. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can... Yeah, we can put them to 1. Is that worth it? No, because I think 2 is fine. That's 1 Liliana drain. I don't think it really matters what we exile. Alright, opponent down to 2. Okay, close game. Double menace creature, double pest, Liliana with a potential drain ability, and we have the hive. Counterspell, that's not great to exile. They will not be able to use that this turn. Do they attack with Imrith? It's pretty risky, considering we have potentially 3 menace creatures. Oh, they do. Okay. How much mana do they have? 1, 2... They have 7 mana. Oh, we can see an Alrund's Epiphany here, and we're very sad. But if they had an Alrund's Epiphany, why wouldn't they just attack with the birds? They would have had 3 more damage and then lethal right now. So, clear misplay. Draw again. If they hit us with a 4th Alrund's Epiphany, like, what can you do? We're playing that mono black. Okay. So, we find land 6, or land 7. So, in theory, if Liliana resolves, they're dead to a Bloodchief's Thirst. How likely is that to happen? We've seen no counter magic all game, and they've exiled 1 Saw It Coming. And they're pretty much halfway through their deck, so it's pretty likely that they have a counterspell. Let's say I animate my hive and try to get in there. They need a double block, double block, double block. They wouldn't be able to. So basically, are we playing around Frostbite, or are we playing around Counterspell? Maybe we just try to go to attacks. So this is Menace, they have Menace, Menace. We can put them to 1. So maybe we just go for a Bloodchief's Thirst and try to kill the bird. I think that's actually a decent play. We can go for a Professor Onyx now. If it doesn't resolve, we can put them still pretty low after playing Bloodchief's Thirst on one of these birds. And if it does, we win the game. Resolves. So do I even minus? Minus gives them a chance to respond. And they can go for a Magma Opus and tap my land. I'm not even going to risk it. We are just casting the Bloodchief's Thirst. Drain ability on the stack. Is that game? That's it. We did it. I have no idea what's in their hand. I have absolutely no clue. But you know what? We managed to get there. Whew. Close game. I think the opponent should have had me dead. You guys can go double check that. But I think if they attacked with their birds into another Alrund's Epiphany, that would have just been lethal. Okay. Hand is good. Let's go. We have removal spell into big planeswalker. So let's hope we're against something aggressive. Land go. And if not, let's hope the Faceless Havens end up mattering. Okay, so Bloodchief's Thirst or Power Word Kill. I'm just going to use the Bloodchief's Thirst. Alright, well, we have land 5, which is great. Now we just want to draw some interaction. Okay, another Planeswalker is interesting. So this is the matchup where we should be absolutely chilling. Just aggro creature matchups. Shoot the Luminarch Aspirant. See, in that spot, Power Word Kill is a lot better than a Heartless Act. Oh, the opponent's gonna go rampant. And we did not draw any interaction in between our curve. We've drawn lands and another Spider Queen, which is not great. But at least Spider Queen comes down and stabilizes the board with some creatures. Opponent missed their third land, by the way. They fetch it with Warhound, but that means no lands in hand. Yeah. Well, now I'm kind of thankful for double Lolth. Because one of them... Well, we're not going to have access to one of them. I know, very difficult choice.
Time is over.
So we definitely slam. And make the spiders. I'll trade off the spiders for their creatures at any point in the game. I'm very happy to. Clarion Spirit. Okay, not great. Into a Battlefield Raptor. So opponent going wide in the air. No attacks. Alright, let's draw a card. Liliana. So do I get Liliana down? Sacrifice a creature with the greatest power. So they have to sacrifice their Spellbinder. I think we just plus. And dig for a sweeper. It's going to take them a while to get through. Yep, there's a sweeper. No attacks. So I'm trading off these spiders to protect my planeswalkers. ASAP. Aspirant. Perfect. Double Aspirant. Okay, as long as they don't make anything a 4/4, we're chilling. Or a 4 toughness creature. So if they put both counters on the Raptor, then they're playing around Crippling Fear and Crazy Respect. But if they don't, which I don't think they will, then we should just be able to sweep their board up with one beautiful 4-mana sweeper. This is why we started running Crippling Fear. Okay. So the blocks don't need to be profitable. I'm just trying to protect my walker's loyalty. So we're going to wait to see how they attack. Alright, so we have one at Liliana. This is going face. This is going face. This is going to Lolth. This is going to Liliana. So, block here. And we can protect Lolth too, and then we just lose 5 life, and Liliana ticks down to 5, which is completely okay. Loyalty counter. Loyalty counter. Alright, oh, I can even blood on the snow. Do I have any planeswalkers? I literally do, but I think this is fine. What creature type do they not have? Any assembly workers here? No? Alright, sweet. Yeah. Assembly worker, and that's enough to make him scoop it up. Yeah, we're playing mono black control, so maybe the opponent should have been more cognizant of a sweeper instead of committing double Luminarch Aspirant to the board. I don't know, just saying. Alright, let's go. Hunt into potentially a 4th land. We have a sweeper, manland. Feeling pretty good. Let's hope we're against something aggressive where Crippling Fear is actually useful. Opponents deep in thought about their hand. We're just straight chilling right now. Alright. Swamp Go. What you got? Blue-white. Okay, interesting. Let's grab land. I pretty much always fetch this first. Ooh. Wanti Malison. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can flunk, play tap land. I don't hate that. I don't want this countered. You know what? I'm going to offer a trade first. I doubt the opponent will take it. Doing this now. Trying to avoid counter spells. They are blue. And I don't really want this to get more value. Blue-white Venture. I mean, that's respect. I played the black-white Venture the other day. If you guys are interested in that, go check it out. With blue, you get cards like this, and you get the new 3-mana creature that whenever a creature connects, you get to draw a card. You also get access to more counter magic, but in the black version, you get access to more removal. Okay, that's good. So, what's the play here? I can foretell it, and then freaking shoot Nadar on their turn, which is pretty funny. If not, what am I doing? Hunting, and then probably getting land. I could also just Crippling Fear, but I don't think using Crippling Fear on one creature is really good. I honestly think we just foretell and then poison the cup on their turn. And if this one gets countered, I think that's fine because we have Lolth coming in with Crippling Fear as backup. Hopefully we can scry to a land. Okay, now we can shoot Nadar. Oh, that's true. Also in blue-white, you get access to this. Bloodchief's Thirst. Doesn't seem horrible. Do I need it, though? I mean, I'm definitely keeping the Haven. I don't think we need it. And Lolth will come down. Let's make the reach creatures.
But do what I demand.
Just spam the board. I wonder if they have a way to chip off one loyalty from a planeswalker. Okay, double venture. They went into the Lost Mine instead of the Tomb of Annihilation, so less aggressive. Right, so they room triggers trigger an additional time, so double venture. Sweet. I mean, I gotta respect this, although I am just gonna wipe their board. Hopefully they don't concede into that. -4, -0. -4, -0. Okay, that's pretty sweet. They attack. I'm going to chump here because I'm gonna name Spider when I use Crippling Fear. Just make sure these aren't spiders. Yeah, didn't think so. Loyalty counter secured. So we can draw a card. Do I want to use Environmental Sciences or are we hunting? I can hunt for a Mascot Exhibition. Seems pretty good. We use Crippling Fear first though. Spider, because I don't want to wipe away my pest. And now we fetch the Exhibition. Because next turn... Well, actually, we have no power on there, so no attacks. Because next turn, if we don't draw anything useful, we could just slam Mascot Exhibition. Ah, see, this opponent held some creatures. Okay. Soul Shatter. Let's draw some cards. Do I chip in here? Yeah, why not? We're about to swarm the board anyways. And if they wanted to trade one of these for a Luminarch Aspirant, that's fine. Mascot Exhibition. Going wide. Lots of tokens. And that's enough for the opponent. Well, I mean, really cool deck choice. But in the end, mono black against creatures is always really solid. Okay, I mean, not a ton of card advantage, but a ton of interaction. So let's hope this is enough to get us there. And hope we're against a creature deck. Which one is this? Evolving Wilds. Okay. Well, Evolving Wilds isn't a great sign. Kind of stresses me out. It means we're not against a mono-colored aggro deck. White. Black-white? Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I flunk. Okay, so I guess they're just using the Evolving Wilds as mana fixing. We're gonna pass here. We're not gonna foretell Poison the Cup. Esper? A lot of venturing today. Let's make them venture first. And we're going to use a Soul Shatter. If I draw land, I can foretell Poison the Cup and then hold open that plus a ton of interaction. Scratch to the top. Alright, Soul Shatter. Okay, we missed land 4 for like the first time today. With 28 lands and 4 learn cards. Wanti Malison. We flunk that? Just kill everything. Kill every single thing they play. Okay. There's land 4. I'm gonna play the Necromancer, just get a body online. If the opponent wants to hit land 5 and start animating the Hive, that's okay. It takes their whole turn, they get in for 3 damage. And I mean, it is Esper. They might have removal. They have removal, but the second we take this out, we get a 4/4. So I'm not very stressed about it. Ooh, okay. Oh, I feel kind of bad. We're gonna wipe this board and get a 4/4 now. Yep. And I mean, we have Poison the Cup as instant speed removal for the Hive. They don't even have another black source, so they can't even cast it yet. Or animate it yet, sorry. Okay. Borrowin from Clan Under. Make a 1/1. Okay. So, I'm going to foretell Poison the... Okay, there's 2 ways I can do this. I could just feed the Swarm, Wanti Malison, and then Poison the Cup. Or I can foretell Poison the Cup, cast it on the Malison, and then get the Scries. Seems a bit greedy, right? Let's just not take much damage. Do I hold this open, or do I foretell it? Let's hold it open. See if they play a black source and animate something. Triumphant Adventurer. Okay, now that's kind of frustrating. We're gonna shoot that, because I'm more scared of that card, honestly, than I am of Barrowin. Okay. Is it time to start being aggressive? Highest mana value. Alright, let's start being aggressive. Yeah, I didn't think they were going to block. I could have also just chilled. Malison, okay. Now they're going to attack with both, I presume. They haven't completed a dungeon, so this can attack. No attacks. Alright. Soul Shatter. Where's land 6? Sweet, land 6 secured. Alright, so I'm gonna play Onyx. Now I can minus take out Malison, but if they top deck a black source, they can take out Onyx. And if they venture, what, they get a +1/+1 counter? I think I'm gonna take the safer route and just look for card advantage. Hunt does not seem bad. I could also just take straight removal spell, but I'm gonna take Hunt. It's 2 cards. And that means more triggers for Professor Onyx. Let's go. No black source off the top. Does this say deal damage to creature or planeswalker? Or player or planeswalker? Just player. So yeah, I basically just let them either get a +1/+1 counter or drain me for 1. Okay. 3/2 Malison. We have Feed the Swarm now, so I'm not super stressed. We're gonna plus Onyx. And that's it for the opponent. Yeah, they don't really want to sit through my Planeswalker just getting value every single turn, and my deck is just pretty much all removal spells, so they know that their creature will die very soon.